So a person who goes regularly into the cold does not become sick. What is wrong with the world that there is so much war, so much disease, so much abuse, so much pollution? What is wrong with the world? Nowadays it is actually difficult to be friendly, just friendly.
I'm Marcin, Osman, your Polish ambassador and publisher. I'm so grateful for your work. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Such a handsome guy on the cover.
Yeah, looks good.
Wim Hof method. What does it mean? What does it mean to be Wim Hof?
Being a friendly person. Just be friendly in the world. Give love to the people. Give respect. Respect to the nature of our soul, which is our inner nature. And when that happens, then naturally you will have a good relationship with the nature outside. You will not abuse. You will not disrespect. So that is me, But then what I found in my method through the science and through my belief is breathing, specific breathing techniques, the cold. A lot of Polish people know this, the cold exposure, and the mindset. The mindset. What do you believe? If you believe in negativity, hey man, negativity will come to you. If you believe in positivity, then positivity will come to you. But sometimes it can be difficult to get positive outcome of your belief. And that is where the body comes in. That's where the method comes in. Like sometimes people say, why did God do this to me? I always believe, and still I see these bad things happening in my life, in my family. Why? So I wanted to find out why. And so I went to nature. And in the nature, in the cold there is no thoughts in cold. You just go in. There is no thinking, it is being. And then the cold is able to sculpture you, to shape you the way you should be with your body. And then what you believe will become manifested. And then you will not ask anymore, why? Because every time now your belief in the positivity, in love, in harmony with nature will happen and comes back.
Wim, you are super popular and I'm super incognito in Poland. I'm kind of like of your ears listening what you are telling about Wim Hof method. And most of the time they are saying that you are such a special person, like subhuman. Is it true? Are we the same? There's so many controversy about this idea, this topic.
Yes, and that it is. We are all special if we become kind and harmonious with nature. Then we see this specialness of nature outside and inside. Nowadays it is actually difficult to be friendly, just friendly. Yeah, if a person is friendly like all the time, then that is special.
That's strange and crazy, super unique.
Yeah.
And people are looking at you like, hey, why he's so happy? Why is that? What's wrong with him, right?
Yes, exactly. I say, what is wrong with the world that there is so much war, so much disease, so much abuse, so much pollution? What is wrong with the world? I want love for nature, respect for nature, inside for my family and everybody else in the world.
This year is super different from previous years, obviously. And as you said, from my point of view, world is great. It's full of love, success, and so on. thanks to gratitude and all beautiful feelings. That's my word. But people are looking for different things.
Yes.
So why people want to hurt themselves by looking in the news, watching TV, inhaling this dark, brutal force, saying that no, what is wrong? It's something wrong with everyone, and you are saying completely different things, like love, beautiful, attitude, grateful. Why is that?
That is the question. The question, why is it lost? Just to be feeling good, feeling connection, feeling that you don't need. A happy person doesn't need anything because he's happy. A happy person doesn't make war. A happy person feels great. A happy person is who we are in our inner nature. And we disconnect it because we have to buy this and buy that and buy inner nature. Then it's gone. And when you then need it, you cannot find the connection. You cannot feel just happy as you are. Because by nature, we are happy people, happy beings. And so we have to find back the connection. And now I found these techniques, and I went to the university. And I say, hey, I know where to go, where the science is saying we cannot go. We cannot beat inflammation. We cannot beat depression. This is the science of now. And I say, I can. But then nobody believes. So I go to the doctors and I tell them, hey, I can beat the cause of depression. I can beat the cause of disease, which is inflammation. I will show you. So come on, give me a group of people and I will show them that they will go into a control which was thought of in science impossible by humans. And then it took me 4 days, this study, to bring a group of people through climbing a mountain, which was in Poland, in the Karkonosh, the Śnieżka. Over there, I trained them in the cold. We go to the water spot and we have kompach and we feel so good, everybody together. And then I go to the university and I say, give me an injection with the bacteria. Normally, yes. And normally people say, you become sick. And everybody becomes sick. But not me. I did not become sick. And then I said, this group of people I trained in the mountains, being together, they will also receive the injection after 4 days. And then they showed that the injection with the bacteria did not make them sick. And that was the first time in medical science showing that we can beat inflammation. And that is great news.
I love your method. I love your method because it's so simple. You don't need anything, any drugs, any equipment. You just need your body, go outside, and as you're saying, great motherfucker, right?
Yeah, exactly. Don't get rid of this shit thinking that you need this and this and whoa, all kinds of things. You don't need anything. Just get rid of the shit. Get out, get in through the breathing and get out in the cold and meet Mother Nature the way she is. And then your power will come. Simple.
So why this cold exposure is so important in the method?
Because the cold is merciless, but righteous. It teaches us past our thinking. We cannot control the cold. We have to let go. And that is a great mindset. Learning to let go instead of controlling, thinking all day long. Of course, that is like inflammation. And that goes back into the body, and then you don't feel good. Hey, man, if you go outside, you learn to let go. You learn to not think, but feel. Simple.
Let me clarify this. Are you saying about this moment when I go inside the cold water and at the beginning I want to escape, and then after a couple of seconds I feel calm because I let go and I feel comfortable being there and I feel peace? That's the feeling, that's the moment that you are trying to,
Yes, I got it. You feel the peace, you feel the adaptation. The natural adaptation of the body to the aggressive force impact, which is cold, because the cold stays cold. It's a power, and it's coming to you. And then you let go, and then the body transforms, and it meets the cold on the surface. And then you are in peace. There is peace. No war anymore. No aggression. No, it's a power coming out of your body, internal power, and it meets the aggressive cold. And what happens then is that in peace, your body is in the most active state possible. Then the immune system, boom, at work. The endocrine system, boom, at work. Lymphatic system, boom, at work. Vascular system, boom. All the systems, they are the way nature meant it to be. So a person who goes regularly into the cold does not become sick. And that is no secret, because simply they become very powerful from within. Every time you exercise the power inside to meet the power outside, then you become at a certain moment powerful.
So when I'm in the cold water in Karkonosze, Wodospady and so on, I feel the most present like ever. Like I'm
Exactly.
inside the water, there's nothing else, there's me in the freeze, and I feel
yes.
It's not feeling. For me last year it was like super crazy shit. But when I tried it, I saw this amazing endorphins spreading all my body and the peace.
Yes, exactly. This is what is happening when you go into the cold. The body is going to adapt. Then there is neutralized power from within and out. And in the brain, you suddenly go from the thinking brain into the neurology of the deep brain, the brainstem, and the limbic system. There is no thinking in the limbic system. It's just feeling. And in the brainstem, it is just surviving, being, just being. That is the best of the meditation, is learning how to control the mind and learn how just to be. But when you go into the cold, it goes almost directly. You have to let go of that and go into the depth. And that is what is happening. And that is something lost in our blah, 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 advertising, televisions, telephones, sailing, selling this, selling that, and you have to do this, and you have to do that. Whoa, stop. Here I am. And that's what the cold water does. And the breathing exercises, they have shown themselves in the university to tackle the problem of bringing inflammation down, thought of in science impossible. And now just using the breathing techniques. And you know where the breathing techniques come from? If you go into the cold, you do this. You learn to control your breath and go deep inside the body. And that is the way nature gifted us with a powerful tool, our own life force, our breath. And then the disease in the world will be different. So what I say, Marcin, is we are the future. The future is where people learn to control themselves with the gifts of Mother Nature itself. Here in the moment, to go to the best, because everybody is by birthright the best of himself.
My friend, for the last 35 years of my life, I thought that you get a cold by getting cold. So like, why people are thinking in such a way? It's about media saying, take the pill, go to the pharmacy, like you need to take some kind of drugs to feel better. For me, it was like a mindfuck. Like, what the fuck? All life, I was thinking completely different thing about cold. I need to wear a warm jacket and I go outside and so on because I don't want to get a cold. And I was wearing warm clothes and I was getting cold.
Exactly. It's what we do is weakening our system. But what the mother says in the old way of thinking, put your jacket on, otherwise you get cold. You get a cold and you become sick. Put your jacket on, otherwise you become sick. And now it will be, get your jacket off, otherwise you will not be healthy. And that is what we teach. We teach people to strengthen their immune system, not to weaken it. The nature, the cold, activates our immune system, our healing power, our shield around us. It does it. It's all there. And then because of what we say in the way of our culture and thinking, the cold is bad. And hey man, you know what is bad? To be dependent on doctors, on pills and medicine. You are an autonomous being. You got all the tools to maintain health, happiness, endorphins, serotonins, dopamines, as you were talking. And then the energy. You become the king over your energy. You got so much energy through going into the cold. You know that. That's what the nature is. That is our inner nature waking up. So we have to leave the old ways of thinking because they create vaccinations. Hey man, I got an immune system. Look at it, but it doesn't make money. That is the real disease. The money system. So, but I say I got a good message for the people. I have proven in universities and in brain scans, I go to scientists to show the real thing. I'm not just philosophizing. I show that we have a much greater control possible over all our modern problems than up till now was thought possible. Here it is. Here it comes through this podcast. To you guys, read the book because the book is about 44 years of field work. What was not in the books is now in this book. And it's 44 years of common sense.
And besides, there's nothing to lose. You don't ask anyone to do some crazy thing. Just breathe, think, meditate. Try to take some cold exposure. It could be inside your bathroom. You can go outside to have more
cold shower. Yes, so simple. And you know what, Marcin? They have compared in brain scans people doing 4 hours of mindfulness for years on end, like years long, very great practitioners of mindfulness, 4 hours a day, could not beat the people doing the breathing exercises because they went deeper inside the brain. And that was all shown in brain scans. You understand? We have found a way everybody can exercise to go to the deepest part of your own brain. And that was not known. And now it is here. So I tell the people, it is your choice. We are no religion. We are not dogmatic. We don't force you. We only give you a choice. We have shown through the science these techniques coming from nature, natural exercising, and they are universal. Everybody can do it, very accessible and very powerful. Here they are: breathing, cold shower, and your mindset, your belief.
And now we are in the middle of let's say, kind of winter in Poland. So it's the middle of morsowanie time. And I can see people who are just doing morsowanie. Instead of morsowanie, breathing, meditation, they wear some kind of like gloves, sockers, boots to make them warm inside the water. Like it's in a position of your teaching. Like it's about getting exposed to the cold, not getting warm inside the water, right?
Still, when they do the morsowanie with gloves and boots, it is I can understand, because the extremities, they are sacrificed at first, the extremities, because they in nature, when cold is danger, then the first that is sacrificed are the extremities, the feet and the hands. And nature says they are not so important. What is important is your liver, your lungs, your heart, and your brain. So we keep the blood flow over there. The rest we cut down. And people can feel that. But I say, if you go on a regular basis, regularly inside the cold, then very soon you don't need any gloves or boots anymore, because your vascular system, the veins, the blood flow is great everywhere.
Mm. And I see so many people who are, they go inside the water, they do morsowanie, and the only thing that they care actually is about taking the picture that they can post on the Facebook or Instagram to show, hey, I'm such a tough guy. Like, what do you think about such behaviors? Why I think should be different. Like, I want to go inside myself, focus, not on a picture that look good in this environment of crazy people without stress and so on.
Yeah, it doesn't work. It simply doesn't work. If you shock the body just to make a picture, then you are not into the physiological mechanisms going to the best of itself to be longer time in the water. And longer time in the water means silence, means no thinking, means being. Not on the camera, no, inside it happens. And if you begin to do this, then inside you are like obstructing what is going on inside. Hey, sometimes a picture that is nice. Yes, hello. Oh, it's my son.
Santa Claus is coming.
Yeah. Santa Claus, hello. He's making fun of me. Nice.
This year I climbed on the Śnieżka mountain in my shorts, as you teaching us.
Great.
And like from my point of view, the only way I did it was that I was focused as fuck. Like I was focused on breathe, 2 steps, breathe. That's it.
That's it. That's it. That we think too much in our society. We are all time thinking. And thinking brings up invention for this, invention for that. But most of the time, our thinking is like shit. But it still keeps on going. No, we have to learn to shut up, to learn to be, just to feel. Like when you are in love, you don't think. You fly. The hormones go. It's strong. It's feeling. You want to go from A to B. That's the only thing. You do not even think. You go. That's what you do. That's the way we should love life. If we can do that, then we are the masters of our mind. And when then you want to think about something, it's very sharp, very focused, because you learn to focus into the moment instead of being drifted away by all kinds of thoughts, useless thoughts, and weakening you. And then you have your self-esteem going down until you are depressed because there's no pressure, there's no life force, there's no strength inside the head. The hormonal balance, it's gone. And then, logical.
And what's the reason that you choose Poland as your like a center of Wim Hof method? Because you live
I found out that Poland, I came there by accident. Somebody said to me, Czechia is a very nice place. That was my brother. But by accident, I filled in a Polish website. And so I came in Poland, and then I had a great time with the people. So much serce, so much heart. And then, I come from the Netherlands and Germany and France and all. They all, this consumerism, that is, they lost the heart. And that is what I found in Poland. I found heart. That's why I'm over there, and I bring all the world to Karkonosh, and then meet their heart.
So what do you think about your Polish students, about the Polish mindset? Are we like more open for your methods? Are we just more curious, more conservative? What do you think? If you can elaborate a little bit about Polish mindset connected with the method.
Yes, I think the Polish people now begin to understand who I am, but I always have had good relationships with the people who Morsovania. I'm a how do you say Morse? I'm a walrus myself. I'm an honored member of the Morsi club in Przejeka. So that is because the people like me already do this always. And then I came in, but I have specific targets. And specific targets is to change the science, to tackle what we think is impossible, like sickness and disease and depression. And then I took the cold, the breathing, and the mindset coming together. But the Polish people, they understand me. They are, Poland has lived long time into trauma. Yes, I know.
We get used to it, and we know how to deal with this shit.
So yes. So they understand what I do. They understand because they go from the heart. They are not so much swayed away by the mind. And so I love Poland.
And the Wim Hof method, metoda Wima Hofa, you can say it, metoda Wima Hofa, is it like created by you, or you are just a medium who is trying to explain how this method works for world, right?
Yes, no, again, this is created by me, but it was known in different segments already for thousands of years. So people did cold bathing already so many years. And breathing apart in the East, breathing techniques, but different, but also thousands of years. And then mindset is belief. All the religions have belief. But I brought it, my thing is that I brought the triangle of the breathing, the cold, and the mindset to the science. I brought it to non-speculative evidence.
Facts.
To show
numbers.
Facts, numbers. And that is the great thing. I challenged science because in science it was being told that the autonomic nervous system you cannot influence as a human. And now I changed that. So fundamentals, the foundation of science, of the physiology and the control of people over their physiology has completely changed. It takes time until they begin to understand that there is a new world, a new perspective, a new power in people. And it takes time to study what is going on in, say, millions, no, billions of people. I will go on until billions of people know this. My belief is very strong. It's peaceful, but very strong too.
Like Mother Teresa, right? She was very peaceful, but very strong at the same time. And she influenced so much people around the world.
Whatever it takes, this world needs love. This world needs happiness without money. It needs unconditional love, unconditional harmony, unconditional happiness, being, as you said, deep peace, deep power. The dopamine, the endorphin, naturally there. That is what we are. And we have to bring this knowledge to everybody in the world, because there's a lot of confusion. And that is like darkness. We will take away the confusion, the darkness, and bring the light through the knowledge of the science.
A few days ago, a friend of mine, he knows that I'm a huge fan of Wim Hof method, of course, asked me, hey, Marcin, you're such a clever guy. So you're telling me that you can do the same as Wim Hof did? So, for example, climb into the peaks of different mountains?
Yes.
Yeah. And then he asked me, so why you don't trying to do it? You know, I don't feel any need to do it. I feel well with my cold exposure in Poland, in Przysieka and Wodospady. But what would be your answer to such a question? Like, you know, kind of like ping, 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 you know.
Yes, no, I know. I did all this crazy stuff because the television, I came in contact with the television. And then they challenged me to do this and this and this and this, Mount Everest, Kilimanjaro, swim under the ice, to run marathons beyond the polar circle, etc. and more and more. And I said, I can do that. But I was not doing any of that before. 25 years long, I was doing the method. And I felt happiness, strength, and health all the time. No money involved, no conditions. But then the television came in. They began to challenge me. Apparently, I was the best of myself. And I could do what the television thought of that humans are not capable of. And that is television. And now, next year, the coming year, they make a Hollywood film about me. This is about my life. This is a life that wants to get to the best of himself. That is a birthright. But is it needed to climb Mount Everest or to swim under the ice? No. I say, just be happy, strong, and healthy. Use these techniques because they help you. But they are not you. What you want to reach is inside you, and these techniques are like crutches. You use them at time, and then you don't need crutches anymore. You can walk. You can be happy, strong, and healthy. Yet, I have to say, I love the cold every day. I love a good cold bath. Today, it was like a half hour in the cold water swimming. Man, this is so good. I feel so strong, so peaceful, so in myself. And I say, wow, nature is the genius. It's not me, it's the nature. And nature gives us all to go to the depth, to feel us and to cleanse us all of this superfluous thoughts. And it's all out. Here I am. And that's it. So there is no need to go to all these challenges. I made it very simple now. And I showed these people in the science who discovered the autonomous nervous system and immune system can be influenced deeply. And in science, it was impossible. It only took them 4 days. Just go into Carcanosh. Carcanosh can be more difficult than Mount Everest. Let me tell you, if you go with a car up Mount Everest, no problem. If you go with 10 layers of clothes and oxygen, It's like a car. Man, if you go in your shorts up Śliska and it's windy, then you are beating the devil itself. And then you see the light, you see everything. It is simply being so strong inside. It's amazing what it does.
So if someone is saying to you like, hey man, it's not for me, I'm too old, I'm too young. Yesterday my mother-in-law told me, no, I'm too old for doing morsowanie. And then she was watching.
The oldest person who is doing this now is 98 years old. She feels great. And you better do it when you are older. Because there's all the aches, all the ailments, all the diseases, all the deterioration, it will stop if you go into morsowanie. Simple.
So it's all about excuses and willingness to do it?
Exactly.
So when you message a person, are you trying to convince her or him to do it? Or you just, okay, that's your decision, but at the same time, there's a tool, right?
Yes. I think if you pass on the energy which you got from your practice and say it's Indian words, you say, then maybe they don't go for the words, but they go for the energy. They will feel, it will stay. It will awaken by a vibe, by a resonance, by the brain wavelength. The alpha, the beta, the delta, the theta, the gamma. Now it has been shown that we, through the breathing techniques, coming from the cold, that we raise gamma. Gamma was like impossible. Only when you take deep drugs and LSD and ayahuasca and high performance. And now everybody can do it. Just do it. So I always say, get high on your own supply. The thing is with these guys, you just tell them in all the peace, because the wavelength, it will get there. And maybe they don't listen to your words, but they listen to the feeling.
Yesterday, I asked my friend to come with me to morsowanie. It was his first time. And I just told him, hey, let me carry everything that you were worried about. And after this, which was great, he told me, I did it because in the water, I felt connected with you. I was looking at your face. I saw calmness. That was all that helped me, for me to like crazy. Like I can help someone go inside the cold water, and only by watching my face and how I breathe, they can calm, they breathe. Like
exactly. Yes, it is amazing, right? If you show that you totally without anxiety, in control in the water, that is exemplifying. Boom, that is more than 1,000 words.
Yeah. So just your time is super precious. So one more thing at the end. Why people should read this book?
This book is new science. This is the future. This is like the future, yet we do, and it is all scientifically endorsed. So this is about a simple man who has changed the science. And especially now, it is very important to know that our immune system and our mental condition can be changed by us far more than ever before was thought possible. It's there. Proszę bardzo.
I need to say one more thing at the very end. I thought this book will be like Wim Hof's story. I was super wrong. This book is full of methods, facts, exercises, evidences. So thank you for that, because I'm sure this such a kind of book gonna convince so much more people than only sharing by Wim Hof's method, Wim Hof's life story.
Yeah.
So I hope that one day we will able to go to morsowanie together and do some breathing together.
Yeah.
Not only like online versions. So once again, thank you so much for your time, for your work, for your philosophy, for everything you do for yourself, for me, for world. And I promise I will be the best ambassador in Poland. spreading metoda Wima Hofa w Polsce. Thank you so much.
Bardzo dziękuję, bardzo dziękuję. We are doing great work. Dokładnie, doskonale pracę zrobimy.
So I can say some in Dutch. Danke wele.
Yes, yes. Hey, great.